because I knew that that would be the answer when I asked about comfort, because I was there once. Remember, I am no better than you, I am no less than you. The same information you heard, I heard. But what happened? I just took myself slightly away from it to see if there could be another perspective. Because the one that I'm noticing just isn't helping anyone. When we get sick, we want someone to heal us. We don't want someone to promise us help, take our money. We want to be healed. Our body's all we have that is really ours. This, God gave us this. You want to be happy. You want to be happy when you get to 1,000 years or 100 years. You have your eyes and your limbs. See, when you get to 90 and you're not able to go into the bathroom by yourself, you are in trouble. You will be in trouble. When you are 90 and you cannot see and you need glasses and your glasses break on you, oh boy, when you're blind. You need every part of you that the Creator gave us. We need it. That when we get older, we want to die healthy. Like most old people die in these villages I'm talking about, they die in their 140, they die in their sleep. But they may have been working that day. And when they go to sleep, they did not wake up. What a beautiful way than to be in a bed for 20 years or to suffer gout, arthritis, arthritic pains are unbearable. Now imagine you have to suffer arthritic pains for 20 years, then die. Oh boy, what a death. I mean, that was a suffering death. So we want to now understand why our bodies are diseased. We have heard so many things about nutrition and disease and pathology and medicine and whatever it is, herbs and whatnot. We want to now begin to open up this Pandora box. And today will be the first leg of this journey. First, we want to understand that since creation, as Creator shows us, as the Creator shows that the herbs are for the healing of the nations, sure. Of course they were, and they are now. This was the substance used as far back as you could go into history. The father of medicine, or the man that was given the title or the credit as being the father of medicine, was Hippocrates. But really, it was Imhotep one way back in Egypt. But you know, because we are humble people, it doesn't matter, we have no ego to defend when the Caucasian claim that Hippocrates, the father of medicine, many of us knew he was not. But why say anything? Even if you did, so what? The media is against you. That the media was against me. Like the sister said, when I was arrested, everybody knew that I was a charlatan because this man claimed that he cured AIDS. This ad was in the newspaper, in the Amsterdam News and the Village Voice. But when I won the case in the Supreme Court, proving that we cure all these diseases, you didn't hear anything about it. Why? Because we do not control the media. It's as simple as that. So Mr. Hippocrates was given the credit. But let us give it to Hippocrates again this evening. He was the father of medicine. Cure all disease. What substance did he use? Herbs or chemicals? You see?
Herbs.
Had to be herbs. Because there were no chemicals. And he cured every disease known to man. Now, shouldn't we, the populace that are sick, go to a physician and say, hey, look, is it a fact that, is it true that Hippocrates was the father of medicine? Yes. And that you took the Hippocratic oath to become this what you are, doctor? Yes. Then, why are you using chemicals? Why are you using these chemicals? Justify these chemicals. No, we don't ask them to justify anything. Because the food that was given to us 400 years ago prevent us from asking those questions. That very food is the food that has us saying, I am better than you. Or, well, I don't think that I am as good as Paul. Let me tell you that God made one superior to the other. And the Bible says again that no one is superior to the other. Who is more or lesser? No one. So we don't ask these questions because we're afraid. I don't know why we should be afraid, but we should ask this question. Why are you using these chemicals? Well, the herbs continue to be the champion of healing until the late 1700s. And that's when the noise is going to begin. And that's when the whole mess is going to start. The mess that you and I were not shown, the mess that we do not know now. No one is writing about it. But this is what took place. Galen became the last of the natural healers. Claudio Galen, 1720, Renaissance, Italy. He pursued the herbs up until that point. At that point, there was a Dutch who was very angry because he found out that medicine began in Africa. He did not like that idea. No, because within some people exists that thing we call prejudice. You know, a nigger. No, we're gonna make our own medicine. So what it did, they decided to make their own artificial medicine. They did not want to use this black stuff that started in Egypt or in the jungles of Africa. Not in the jungles because the jungle people were not sick. They didn't have any doctors in the jungles of Africa. They didn't have any healers. Healing came out of disease. Africa was never disease. That's why the African today is having problem healing themselves because they do not know about this stuff we call disease. How could he know about disease when he was not diseased? When the Creator made us, we made every living species of living things. He gave each one a food that was not shown to us. The books did not mention those things. Because the book across the board write that eggs, bacon, bread, glass of milk is the proper nutrition. Am I right? In the morning for breakfast? Of course. That goes for black, white, and every other race. Except Chinese, because he just doesn't eat egg for breakfast. But this is a standard breakfast. You understand? This is a standard breakfast. When you go, as I have done so many times, when I go to California and I talk to an anthropologist, I hear him talk about Margaret Mead, Paul Broca. He talks about Sir Phyllis Petrie. Historians talk about these men too. And I go to New York, I hear the same, another anthropologist talk about the same man as reference. I come to Chicago, I hear the same thing. So I begin to see that we have become molded into one little package and we all behave the same way without investigating it. We look at the styles. Goes the same way. Without questioning. So now the time has come that God is allowing us to ask those questions. Why? Because if we look at the arrangement that God shows us, he shows us this. I put a camel in the desert because he could go up to 3 weeks without drinking water. Take a horse in the desert for 3 weeks without drinking water, he's dead. He cannot live. So God put the camel where? In the desert. He did not put a gorilla in the desert. No, he put the gorilla where? The jungles, where there's a lot of leaves and bamboo shoots that he could eat. He put the polar bear in Alaska. He put the llama in South America. He didn't put the llama, although he looked like a camel, he did not put that little animal in the desert. He put him where? In South America, because the climate is consistent with that particular cell group, and the food is there for that cell group. Now, I hear African people say, well, you know, I am studying Chinese philosophy, or I'm studying Indian